I kept making eye contact with like everyone in there, like help me, I'm stuck on this bike. Hey everyone, so I'm going to Peloton class today. I'm filming this on my phone right now. I'll let you know how it is. If you don't know what Peloton is, I've seen the commercials. It's like I think of it as like Netflix on a bike. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a screen where it's like an instructor with like showing you how to do all the things on the bike, like different workout classes on a bike. They also have treadmills. But I have one of them at my apartment, and it's so much fun to do. And they film the workout classes in New York, so I'm going to one right now. It's supposed to be a walk-in class, so like a walk-in free class. So I'm gonna get there half an hour early. I was planning on gonna get there an hour early, but I think it's like a little too early. So I'm gonna get there. How's my hair? I'm gonna get there 30 minutes early, so it's 9:30 right now. I'm planning on getting there at 10:30. I mean 10. And then class at 10:30. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll show you as much as I can. And yeah, my thoughts on it. I just got out. So tired. My legs are wobbling. I'll give a full recap when I get home. Still sweaty, but yeah, I was at the bottom of the leaderboard and it was really hard. But I got pictures, so I'll insert them here. I'm gonna give a full rundown. It did not go how I expected. Some parts did, some parts didn't, but it was definitely a learning experience, and I should have looked up a YouTube video before I even went. I didn't even think about doing that, but that would have helped a lot. I got stuck on my bike, had something to say, but overall it was fun, and I'm probably PR just from being in the studio. But alright, so I'm editing this right now, and it's like 2 months later, and I've done many workout classes on Peloton since then, so I was able to see if I PR'd or not, and I actually did not even come close. It was one of my lowest output scores, but probably one of the best workouts. Hey guys, I'm going to make this really quick. Maybe not, I don't know. So I'm about to give you the rundown on everything that happened, because the only research I did about taking a Peloton class was I looked on their FAQ page, and then I also did a Google search, and it's very limited information out there. So I'm gonna give you the rundown on what went down. So the class started at 10:30. So I show up to the studio. I think it was like 10:10 max. Like that was the latest. I don't remember the exact time. I can actually I don't even know. I don't have record of when I got there, but just take my word for it. So I go in, it's not even 10:10. I think it was like, by the time I got done talking to the guy, it was like 10:17. But he was like, yeah, we're completely full for the 10:30 class, but there's an 11:30 class. And I was like, walk in, like, what is it? And he's like, oh yeah, it's with Matt at a Power Zone class. And I was like, okay, like, I really wanted to do the class with Allie because I like the pop songs. So I was a little disappointed I couldn't get in at the 10:30 class, and then I was also disappointed that I had to wait an hour. So if you're planning on doing a walk-in class, make sure you get there an hour earlier, because that's when the sign-ups start. So you get there an hour early, and when I first walked in at 10:15, and I kind of peeked into the waiting area, I'm not sure what they call it, lounge, whatever, it looked really intimidating because I saw everyone with their like Starbucks, and they were all like kind of talking to each other. I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never taken like a boutique workout class before. I've only taken them at like the college gyms. So then I go back at 10:30. So I go to Starbucks and I get a water bottle because I forgot my water bottle at home, so I need to get a water bottle, and I used the bathroom. So then I got there like right at 10:30, maybe it was like 10:35. There's already a line starting for the 11:30 class. So I go online. I didn't sign a waiver, which I thought I was supposed to, but I never signed one. There's just like, what's your first last name? What seat do you want? Like, so they have a chart behind them, and I picked the second row right in the middle. There's a chart right behind them, and then what shoe size you are. They go by European sizes, but I just told them I'm a size 7, and they knew. And then I saw 37, and I was like, wait, is that the right size? But yeah, they know what they're doing. So if you don't know what size you are in European, just say your American size, and they'll figure it out. So that was, the check-in process was super easy, and I got a spot. Cool. Make sure you remember what number you are, because they never remind you, and you don't want to be sitting in somebody else's seat. So then they give you the shoes, the cycling shoes, which I think I took a picture of. Insert it. I did. And then, so I was just sitting there for an hour, and also my phone was like really low battery because I don't charge it through the night, and then it was like morning. So yeah, I wasn't like on my phone too much, but yeah, once I got in the waiting area, it really wasn't intimidating at all. Everyone just kind of kept to themselves. People brought laptops, so if you're doing a walk-in class, I would suggest bringing something to work on, maybe a book or something. Like, they had magazines, especially if you're not going with a friend and you're just going by yourself. Just something to keep you occupied so you're not wasting an hour sitting there. Because they have Wi-Fi, which it didn't work on my phone at first, but then eventually it worked. So they have Wi-Fi. They also have like a smoothie and coffee bar, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get a smoothie or like whatever. They also have a locker room. So the lockers are free to use, and they're like, if you've ever, my undergrad college had lockers like this, and where I'm going to grad school right now have lockers where it's like you don't need a lock for. So like you just make your own code and you put your bag in there. I didn't know how much stuff you could take into the actual studio, which is what I'll get into next, my experience in the studio. So I didn't really know. So at 11 o'clock, I brought this big bag, so obviously I didn't want to take that big bag in, so I put that in a locker. But I didn't know I could bring this water bottle in, and I wasn't sure if I could bring my phone in or my shoe. Like, I didn't know if I could bring anything into the studio, but it was like actually super chill. Like, there was like no one was like really saying anything. I could have asked, but it was also kind of intimidating. Like, the crew that worked there was a little intimidating. Not like super intimidating, but like I'm just like super awkward. Yeah. So at 11 o'clock I put all my stuff in the locker, and then I realized like people still had their phones out, so I went back and got my phone from the locker so I would have like my phone. So then I think it was like 11:20 then. Okay, so then 11:10 I put my shoes on, the cycling shoes. They're super hard to walk in, so I would not suggest putting them on any sooner than you need to. Maybe like, yeah, 11:10 was a good time for me. So I put them on like 11:10, and then I went into, then they said, okay, if you're here for the 11:30, you can go into the studio, and that was like at 11:20. So into the studio, I just brought my phone. Obviously I had it on silent. I wear my Apple Watch, so I was able to use my Apple Watch when I was in there. Other people I saw brought their own water bottles in, which I kind of wish I did, because their water bottles, I didn't get a chance to open it. Everything moves so fast. Like, there are people in there to help you use your bikes. My bike was hard to adjust. Like, the one that I use at my apartment, it's like really easy to like change. I guess people don't tighten it all the way. So the one there, it was so tight. I had no idea like I just don't have any upper body strength, so I had to call someone over to help adjust the bike for me, and she really had to like crank it to adjust the bike. Also, people brought, I don't know if I said this, people brought their shoes in. So like if you don't want to, like if you want your shoes immediately and you don't want to go to your locker when you're leaving, you can bring your shoes in and put them on the floor. That's seemed like an okay thing. So yeah, there's people in there. They helped me set up my bike. It was really hard for me to click in the shoes. I've never used cycling shoes before. It was so weird, like, and I wanted to make sure I clicked it on really quick. So when you're in there, like, you have 10 minutes to like adjust your bike, which I think it was probably adjusted too low because my knees were kind of hurting, but that's like the height I use at my apartment. So if you're given enough time, you adjust accordingly. And then you need to log in. And I wanted to open the water bottle that they give you. I don't know if I have a picture of the water bottle. I'm sure I can find one, and I'll insert it here. It's like a squeezy thing. So the countdown was like 2 minutes until we get started, and then so I started trying to open it, and then I could only open the whole thing off, and then I was getting wet, and then I was trying to rip the plastic thing off. I don't know. It was like a water bottle, like you needed like a minute to open. Eventually I got it open, so I was able to drink it during class, but then I wanted to take it, but then like I put it down when I was putting my shoes on, and then there was like another water bottle like right next to it. I was like, I have no idea which one is mine because everyone's using those water bottles. Oh, I forgot to say this. When you go in, the water bottle's on your bike and a towel's on your bike for you to use. And then when you're done, you can throw your shoes in a bin. Did I do that? Yeah, I think I did. I was like, did I just leave them on the floor? That is so something I would do. Anyways, you throw the towel in the bin, the shoes in the bin, and then yeah, so, but I'll get to that. So then class started. People had the lady next to me, she couldn't get the water bottle open either, but she brought her own water bottle in and just put it down. I didn't know you could do that, but I'm happy I didn't because this falls off a Peloton bike sometimes at my apartment. So yeah, the class was going on. It was a Power Zone class, which I've never done before. Like, I try to avoid those when I'm doing them at home. I like the pop classes, so I'm like kind of annoyed. But it was so hard. Yeah, I like could not keep up. I was at the bottom of the leaderboard the whole time. I think I beat one person. Like, it was so hard. I was dying. But I got a shout out because I think I was at the bottom. That's why like my name caught his attention. He was like, Jessica G, work. But yeah. Make sure you have a Peloton account before you go because you have to log into it. So you can see like the cadence and all of that. Cadence, resistance, it's right there. The screens are like the size of an iPad, like a little smaller than the Apple bikes. Okay, and then also I'm like all decked out in Nike and they really didn't care. Most people in there were wearing Peloton like apparel, but like I'm literally wearing head to toe Nike. Nobody said anything. Also, I think I was the only one in there wearing a brand, but anyways, other than Peloton. So yeah, I got through the class. It was a 30-minute Power Zone class. It felt like it lasted forever because it was so friggin' hot. And I think they do that on purpose. So like they make it so you're sweating a lot. So at home viewers can be like, whoa, this class is so hard, intense. Yes. Yeah. Class ended. Great. Then I had no idea how to get the shoes off. Unclick the shoes from the pedals. Like, they don't tell you anything. I was like, what? Like, I was trying to, like, because to click them in, you had to, like, I slid them in. I don't know if I did that right. I was just wiggling my feet around enough until they fit, until they clicked in. So I was like, yes, I clicked in. And then, like, literally as soon as I clicked them in at the beginning, I was like, I have no idea how to take these off. And then, so I go to the lady next to me, and I'm like, can you help? Like, how do you take them off? And, like, the music was so loud, she didn't hear me, didn't pay me 2 cents of attention. And then the host comes on, she's like, okay, can everyone, like, get out? Like, we need to clean up for the next class, because they have class, like, back to back to back to back. So they get, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in between to clean up. And then to the host, like, I kept making eye contact with, like, everyone in there, like, help me, I'm stuck on this bike. And then, so then finally the host, like, went up to, like, one of the guys cleaning up and was like, can you help her? Like, ugh. I don't know if she said it like that, but, like, she's like, I was literally the last one in the room. She's like, can you help her? And then he was like, you twist to the left, you twist that one to the right, you twist that one to the left. And I was like, what? Anyways, I got out of there, and then I went, got my shoes off. So glad to get those shoes off, because my feet were, like, kind of falling asleep while I was cycling. I was like, that was, like, another thing that I definitely was not used to. So then I went and I took a sweaty picture with Matt. Ding. So there's a locker room, like I said, to put your stuff in. You can take a shower if you want. They have towels provided. But I'm thinking, like, if everyone took a shower, like, that would be so time consuming, I feel like. So But yeah, people were like getting ready in there. I guess you had to go to work after, but like people brought like hair dryers, straighteners, like they were getting ready. I like literally took my picture, got my stuff, and then went back out of there. Oh, another thing is they're really close to the train stop, so it's like super easy to get to. It's not a lot of walking to actually get there. If you're taking the F or the M, you're like right off there. I don't know. If you're in New York and you take the subway, then you would know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, it was like kind of surreal. One, being in the locker room, it felt like the scene in I Feel Pretty, if you guys know what you're talking about. I don't know how to insert clips, but like, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie where she like hits her head. I literally felt like her. Yeah, so the bathrooms had like toilets, they had body lotion, face wash, makeup wipes. Actually, I don't know if those makeup wipes were for everyone or someone just left them there. Yeah, towels. Yeah, so it's really cool, especially the fact that I went for free. The walk-in classes are completely free. This being in the studio at the beginning was so surreal. The blue lights, it was just weird. Like, it's so weird when you watch something so much and then, like, you're there. Like, when you see, like, Times Square in movies and then you go for the first time. Or, like, if you've ever, like, toured the set of a TV show, like, I know you could tour the Friends set. I bet, yeah, similar thing. So really surreal. What else? Oh, so I was sitting in the second row because I did not want to be in the first row. So second row, middle, and there was a tall guy like right in front of me. So I literally could not see Matt then like at all. But what are you gonna do? I don't know. Whatever. I saw there's a mirror, so I was like watching him in the mirror. But yeah. So yeah, that is my review on Peloton and like the Peloton studio and what to expect. Maybe I kind of wanted to like take a shirt off, so like if you feel comfortable just wearing a sports bra and shorts, that would probably be ideal because I'm telling you, it gets so hot. I wanted to take my shirt off. And I'm really hungry right now because I ate at like 9 o'clock in the morning thinking I was going to a 10:30 class, but then I got out at 12, so I'm hungry. And that's it. Thumbs up this video if you liked it and you would like to see more like it. Comment below what else I should do in New York, food I should try, places to see. Follow me on social media, links are below, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new video. Until next time, bye!